shared a post that was an accurate summary of a book, but was represented as a quote, and it was inaccurate. So they told me I got busted for sharing half-truth information.
Oh, what?
I know, right?
Blame it on the election year.
I was like, it was back in like July. Anyways, doesn't matter. Hello and welcome, heroes, to the Crit Academy. I am your host, Justin. I am here with my glorious and generous Patreon donors. Every month we get together and we run an adventure together. As the game progresses, players fall in and out based on their availability. So if these are a few different people than you saw before, that is why. But we're not going to let that dissuade us from continue and just hand-waving the magical changing of the characters. We are going to continue on this adventure through this stormy, terrifying, haunted, horror-themed sort of adventure. Our players are in Ashenport. They came here through under the guise of a trade show. It's something that happens once a year in this area where adventurers from all over come to swap magical artifacts or treasures of value. Unfortunately, during this time, something bad, ominous happened during the night. A sound echoed and enchanted many of the visitors and caused them to basically walk through the town out to sea, and many of which drowned themselves. Our wonderful characters here took it upon themselves to investigate this horrible act that had befallen them. They don't know yet what caused the strange sound, the noise that called out to them and dragged them to their doom. But during the investigation, our players asked around and ended up visiting the town chapel, or not a chapel, the Gleaming Dawn Church, inside which they found cultists doing some really strange and bizarre things. The main, is it a foyer or the antechamber, the main sanctuary that the adventurers decided looked like it had been untouched, despite how often people congregate there. There was dust, over the front pulpit and all over the benches, the pews, suggesting that they hadn't been sat in some time. The adventurers, you guys had encountered Mother Sherilyn, and through some interesting one of our adventurers decided to use the confessional as a urinal, and
He was drunk.
He was drunk. This is his defense. But Mother Sherilyn wasn't happy with that and enforced a powerful suggestion spell for him to. Did he lick it up? Is that that's what I had him do?
Clean it with his tongue.
Yeah.
Yep.
So of course this led to a whole plethora of issues. Our adventurers here ended up chasing them into a basement cellar or library, where they were captured, or at least one of them was captured in a inverted magical circle. That was Griff. Through the clever use of rope trick, him and Seven were able to kind of get free and deal with Mother Sherilyn. At this time, one of our other heroes was being outnumbered and attacked by cultists, so used a powerful summoning ritual to call forth a demon. Unfortunately, he didn't have the most control over this thing, and during this summoning, it kind of got loose. So I think it attacked him a couple times, didn't it? But
attacked everything.
Yeah, between all that, you guys were able to. Unfortunately, I think you did kill Mother Sherilyn, and you've gathered an acolyte with you who didn't realize what she was getting into and asked you to help her get out of it.
Net, right?
Right. Good. Kudos to you. I'm such an idiot. I wrote a net instead of A-N-E-T-T-T. Because I'm an idiot like that. Hey, I already let you out. You got to go away. Go lay down. Get. Hold it for a little while. I don't understand it. That dog holds it for 10 hours a day. But he has to go like 20 times when we come home. But then he'll bark if you leave him outside. Anyways, so you guys are sitting in this sanctuary. You have young Annette here. And you were getting ready to inquire to her about some of the happenings and kind of what's going on. You can hear the crackling of thunder. The roof is trembling under the heavy rain. The sky is overcast, so there's barely any light trickling in through the stained glass windows. And she's sitting there all nervous with the corpses of the cultists and her church mother laying upon the ground.
Well, and one of the fighters we fought was her brother, and so she switched from helping us to fighting us again while he was around. We defeated him, but I don't remember if we killed him, if we knocked him out. So now she's tied up again.
Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I don't have him written as knocked out. His name's crossed off, so I assume that I think what's his name did, the other guy. So I think it's just her right now. And you tied her up and you were ready to interrogate her. Does anybody have any questions before we move forward?
Yeah, what was I gonna ask her?
I don't know.
Mind reading.
Whatever. I have no idea what you're gonna ask her. She says, so you got her tied up. She's sitting there. She's pouting a little bit. I'm so sorry. I froze. I didn't know what to do. You said you would keep it secret. These ropes really hurt my wrists. Will you please pull them off? Please? Any one of you? It burns. She got a tear running down her eye a little bit.
Regular ropes burn her?
Well, she's struggling. She's doing one of these things. She's kind of struggling a little bit trying to get out of it, and it's hurting her. What? I thought you were going to help me.
I thought you were gonna help us.
I tried to. I told you I tried to. What was I supposed to do? If you failed and they knew I betrayed them, you have no idea what it's like.
True, I've never been in that situation.
So, will you let me go? I might be able to escape in the storm before anybody knows.
Do we get all the information that we need?
You ain't got shit yet.
No. Tell us more about the.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the cult of Dagon.
Oh. They're savage. They really are. Underneath the inn, there's a passage. That's where they go to worship. You know, they trick you. You know, they pretend that they're nice and they're sweet people, and they just want to ensure that everyone in the area is happy. I mean, they only have to do this sacrifice once a year, and they tell us that it's necessary. The sacrifice is necessary to ensure that their village doesn't get washed out to sea, that their crops all grow, and that there's plenty of fishing. They say it's a necessity, but that's why they can live so good. They figure adventurers mostly are greedy, murderous, horrible people anyway. Few are actually as good as they claim. So they say that it's good. Sacrifices to Dagon, and then we can live happy and good.
Who is Dagon? Or what?
Give me a wait, you're asking her, aren't you? Duh.
I'm asking her.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I want her take on who or what Dagon is. I'm
Yeah.
happy
good
to
call.
roll to see if I
No,
know
no,
anything
that-
about
that-
Dagon as
that-
well, but
That totally makes sense. I'm just like, oh, give me a check. No, that's not what you want. She says, well, from what I understand, and this is just from the 8 or 9 months that I've been here, but according to ancient myth, he's a powerful demonic primordial. He lurks in the depths from the abyss, and he controls the waves of the ocean. And his will is the only thing keeping this city from flooding.
okay.
So they believe that by sacrificing to him and in his name through the rituals, that the city will stay afloat. Ha! Stay afloat. Happy accident. I slayed myself.
Totally.
Well done, sir.
And he ensures that we have plenty of fish and food to survive comfortably.
So Annette, you went into this cult knowing what the deal was. They told you about the sacrifices
No,
before
no,
you joined.
no. They don't tell you about that at first. No. They pretend to be good people. They feed you, they clothe you, they give you a roof over your head when you've got nothing else. All that they ask is they pull you into their groups. First it started small, and then it grew, and then the groups went from just a few people talking about the blessings of the deep one, and it wasn't until last month that I found out what they were truly planning. But at that
Annette,
point, I was in too deep. I was in too deep.
we have some experience dealing with people that pretend to be good people. So how do we know that that's not what you're doing? We're going to need something from you to know we can trust you before we consider letting you go.
Give me an insight check.
I want to know.
14.
Oh, I guess yeah. Do your thing
He
first.
says, well, I don't know what else I can do to convince you, as she looks at each one of you. Other than I reached out to you first, if you remember. I asked you to help me. What were you going to say, Troy?
I don't think she did.
Are you sure?
Griff grabbed. I believe Griff grabbed her and yanked her into his magical rope trick. While he had her stuck in the rope trick plane, he intimidated her into helping.
Yeah, you mean the roll was intimidating, right? He did like a check.
Yeah, if I seem to remember like thinking she was under duress the whole time and like trying to help her out during the battle to get her on our side.
Yeah, and once she was in that pocket dimension, I think is when she gave in, because she knew she was away from the current situation and nobody would be able to hear and all that jazz. If I recall correctly, which I may not be, but well, anyways, that's how she remembers it.
Okay.
Yeah. Side note.
It was
to
a
my
long time
companion,
ago, half hour
do-
ago, but it's a long time.
Griff does trust her, but he's trying to press her to see what he can get out of her.
Okay.
Even though he definitely trusts her.
Before Griff goes any further, does Chihiro or Morgan have anything that they want to ask, or any more that they any questions or anything like that?
I do. Chihiro, do you?
Oh, I can't hear you, Chihiro. Okay.
Tell us more about the leaders who started this, who brought it here. If we're going to see about routing this infestation of your village, then we need to make sure we get to the root of it, not just people like you who didn't realize what they were getting into.
You referred to it as an infestation, but
Well,
I don't. It's the root. It's not. It's in their very culture, with the exception of a few of us that are new. It's not that
The entire town is like that. Okay.
I had a thought. I think I'll let that. I'll keep that to myself right now.
Okay.
But yeah, she says, yes, it's all of them. Every single one of them. They're all horrible. They pretend to be your friend, like I said, and I think most of the time they are. But they're ruthless. You should see what they do with some of the bodies.
Mayor is in on it too.
Of course. He's the one. He's the archbishop.
Annette, are there any is there anything inside this church that you've seen Mother Sharawan or any of the other cultists using to perform this ritual? Anything that if we took it away, they wouldn't be able to do this ritual anymore?
Wife's home. She says, honestly, it's only my first time. All I know is that the ritual site where likely the mayor is at right now is hidden underneath the inn. I don't know to what length it is. I don't know if it's a room. I don't know how many people are there. I don't know if there's a special artifact or anything that does it. All I know is that they gather down there after the sacrifice and pray and pray to Dagon with the blood of the innocent that they caused. And her eyes are just swelled up and running down. It's horrible to imagine. I just wanted a home.
How do you get under the inn? Is it a secret door or just a...
I don't know.
No?
I'm sorry. I told you, I haven't been here very long, and this is the first time I've been around for the sacrifice.
Why not just build the city higher up, away from the coast? Like, if it's gonna swallow the whole town, why not just build it higher up?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Tell you what, Annette. We're interested in checking out this little gathering that you're talking about. Because, well, personally, I want to put a stop to this ritual sacrifice. Maybe you can lead us there. Maybe you can bring us to the party. Get us an invitation. Get us in the front door.
Fucking dog's excited to see Mama. She says, no, they can't know that I'm involved in this, because then if you fail, I'll be the next sacrifice to Dagon. Haven't I told you enough?
Sounds like you only have options if we succeed, and, well, that should motivate you to help us succeed, shouldn't it?
Wouldn't it seem strange that you're the only one left alive after we've just killed all your friends and buddies? They will automatically think that you're helping us anyway.
What? They will? No, this isn't my fault. I didn't do this. I don't deserve to die. Not by you and not by them.
Then help us a little bit more.
I have helped you. How much more do you need from me?
Just get us through that door.
I don't even know where it's at. I know it's in the inn, and that's it.
All right, I'm gonna give one more insight, or give an insight on whether or not she knows where it's at. A lot.
It's hard to read any micro reactions because her eyes are swelled up and from crying. She's breathing really heavily, so any sort of clues you can't see. But it looks, I mean, she seems genuine. But you don't know if it's because it's hard to see those to see those sorts of like clues through her crying, or if she's being genuine.
Where would you go if we let you go now?
I would do what I've been doing for 5 years. Except without my brother. And she looks over at his corpse. Says, I'll leave. I'll become a vagabond until I can find a new home. One without all the crazies. Of course, I'm starting to wonder if you guys are just as crazy.
Sometimes it takes the crazies to be able to take out the crazies.
That's what they keep saying. They're saying that you guys, adventurers, not you specifically, but adventurers are just as heartless as any monsters. So why not ensure the quality of people's lives by sacrificing those?
Well, here's the difference in that
Thunk.
adventurers are a diverse group with a lot of different qualities. Cultists in a cult that sacrifices people, every member of that cult is all the same. So who do you trust more?
I don't think we need her at this point.
I'm inclined to escort
I'm inclined
her
to just-
the perimeters of the town and getting her out of here.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm inclined to just... Yeah.
My face is
I'm
getting
inclined to
stuck
bring
right
her
there.
with us so we have more options.
I don't really want her there.
I
We've
don't wanna
shown that
slow
when
us
when she's surrounded with them, she'll turn on us. She did it once. I want her out of there.
Yeah.
I want her gone, and I don't want her behind us. But I'm not inclined to kill her. So, how close to the edge of town is this church?
No, I mean, it's on the outside. You had to go to the far west side to get here. So if she was to leave that way, she would have to climb up the steep mountain inclines, but it's doable. Because you're right on the western edge of this city. So.
All right. Does anybody else has any more questions? What I'm proposing is we're going to go outside. I want her headed away from town. And I'm going to draw my bow. And I'm going to say, and if I see you head towards town, we're done.
What about all my belongings?
I think this will be done one way or another in 2 days. Leave town. Wait. You have to hang out in the woods. So be it. Seem capable of magic and should therefore be able to keep yourself safe.
To ensure that you leave and don't come back, I will give you my bedroll and 3 days worth of rations.
There we go.
So that she can move on her way without.
Oh, thank you. You're so generous.
Oh.
Do you have any flint and tinder?
Yeah.
Pretty sure I saw her cast a fireball. Shoot out a blast of fire.
The tinder.
Ass. She says,
Like, no, but I'll give
thank
you
you.
my water skin.
thank
You
you.
survive a lot longer with water than you can.
So she gets her all the collection from you guys, and packs it up, and says, she bends over to her brother. Will you make sure that his body is taken care of for me? At least till I can get back and bury it. As she kind of looks over at her brother.
Yes.
All right. She stands up tall and holds out her hands, hoping one of you guys will remove the ropes.
Do.
And she starts leaving.
And I point. I will watch her go that direction for a little bit.
You get out in the rain. The rain is just pouring, slamming down. Visibility is down to less than 30 feet.
It's raining.
Yeah, the high winds. I mean, you mentioned, taking aim and watching her, but after like 30 feet, you can't see her. The rain is beating down really hard. She unrolls the bedroll a little bit and kind of uses it as like a cloak, and starts making her way around the back of this church, and continues until she fades out of view.
Well, at least that's done with.
Those
Okay.
will try to find the secret entrance.
So you guys
Do
gonna?
we go to the inn, or do you guys want to stop anywhere else first?
I think the
I might-
only other one is we had that Urza, the other group of adventurers that were gonna check the other side of town.
Yep.
Question is if we wanted to try to meet up with them and see if they discovered anything before we move on to the inn. We could go back to the inn, but I don't want to move on Secret Passage, because I think once we do that, we're engaged.
There were another
Yeah.
group of adventurers.
Yes,
Like
we
NPC
encountered
adventurers.
there's a
Terza
half elf.
and
Yeah,
Maddox.
yeah, that's the one. Got my notes.
Yep. She was an emissary of Gold Leaf Consortium of something.
That's the one.
And she's wealthy.
Yeah. She, you guys
Good ally to
basically
have.
broke up into two different groups and went to the two different suspected locations to try to gather information. So what is the plan?
Remember?
I like Seven's plan.
Yeah,
Sounds reasonable.
I'd like
especially
to
if they're off being nefarious as they have been adventurers accused of doing.
We do need to check on the others to make sure they are at least still alive, right?
we don't know where they went other than that. We took the west side of town.
Mm-hmm.
They took the east side of town.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see if they come back. My other concern, though, is our choices would be either wait till they come back to the inn, or go look for them in case they got into trouble of their own and are not able to come back.
I'd say let's make a cursory scout on the opposite side of town where they were supposed to be checking things out, and then circle back to the inn.
Yeah.
All right, and I think we go do that. All right, so we're gonna head east of town. I just start a new page
To meet with the adventurers.
if we can.
See what they've uncovered.
Because the inn is in the center of town. Why don't we
Mhm.
like poke our heads in there and see if they have returned, and if not, we'll head to the east side of town to look for them. So first step would be back to the inn. That works for everyone.
All right. Is that cool with everyone before we move forward?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you return back to the smooth sailing. Yes, smooth sailing. I really have a hard time saying it because I want to add the G to the end, but it's just smooth sail in. As you guys begin poking around, you find that it's surprisingly empty. You can see a bunch of chairs and stuff knocked over. There's a few patrons, but they look like out-of-towners, much like yourself, merchants, people who have traveled to sell their wares. But there's far fewer than there was the night before. You can only assume that many have already packed up and left in spite of the storm, or at least tried. Go ahead and give me investigation checks. Is there anything particular you're looking for, or do you just want to go ahead and give me investigation checks?
I wanted. Well, so mostly I wanted to see if Terza and Guy were there. And then I don't want to start poking around too hard into where this tunnel or underground
Okay.
access might be, because I don't want to start shit with people yet.
All right. So you poke around really quick. You run up to the
Or
couple.
hints where we might look when we're ready to.
I do remember that there was a.
Okay.
I do remember that there was a thieves' cant style symbol that said "Beware the drowned ones." So I'm guessing it might be somewhere in that vicinity.
So go ahead and everyone go ahead and give me an investigation check, please.
Hey, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Ah, rolling on dubs today.
Nice. 6.
Not so much dubs. Like flat tire, actually.
Yeah, just about. Really low, if not totally flat.
26.
Okay. You guys start kind of poking around. You're a little cautious. Morgan, you're a little distracted by two gentlemen arguing in the corner about whether they need to leave right now or weather the storm or wait and hope that noise, that haunting, charming effect doesn't come over them again. They are shaken up, but you're so engaged in kind of their conversation, everything else kind of falls by the wayside. The rest of you start poking around a couple different places. Chihiro, you go up the stairs and start poking through some of the rooms, and you do confirm that several of the rooms have been emptied. That for those of you that were as players that weren't here before, this place was packed when you arrived. There was people everywhere for this trade, so to find it completely vacant suggests that many of these people apparently tried to leave. Other places you find people's belongings ransacked and scattered throughout. You see, almost as if there was like a scuffle in a couple of the different rooms. Griff, you happen to peek in the kitchen, and you do spot the gentleman who has been the bartender since you arrived. He seems to be pouring some black thick liquid-ish into some drinks and some food. You find it very odd and out of place. 7, as you are starting to poke around, you actually find behind the counter, low, you can't see anything, but you can feel a breeze coming up from the ground somewhere behind the bartender's bar. Did I miss anybody? Nope. Great. Any questions? So that's yeah. Any questions?
And I make an Arcana check to see if there's any magic items being left behind.
You can certainly try. Go ahead.
24.
As you are looting and being greedy, just like young Annette was saying, as you rummage through these other people's belongings, you find a very strange coin. It's got some arcane sigils on it, but you yourself are unable to confirm whether it has any special properties. In order to do that, you will need to have access to the Identify spell if there is, in fact, magical properties. But you do find a small object. Looks like an ancient coin with some strange arcane writings on it as you're rifling through. So write down mysterious arcane rune coin on your list for now. And then when you
Did
connect...
I recognize the arcane symbols?
I'm gonna...
researcher.
I'm gonna say that you recognize them as symbols usually used in magic effects, but you aren't, because it's dirty and filthy, you're unable to identify it. You'll probably have to spend a little bit of time cleaning it up to get all the crud and blood that is on it off. So lay down.
I know I didn't succeed very well in investigating, but these poor souls are unaware of the evil in this town. So I'm actually gonna just poke my head in and be like, sirs, I can't help but overhear your conversations and would advise you that, yes, leaving town immediately would be the best course of action.
What kind of rude ass person interrupts somebody when they're having a conversation? This is between A and B, so why don't you see your irritating self out of our conversation? This is important matters,
give
okay?
you a flagon of mead before you leave. I mean, I'm happy to buy you a drink, but get the hell out of town.
B's like...
Griff interrupts. Griff wants to interrupt that, though.
Okay.
You might not want to buy him a drink here.
Why? Why not? It's an inn. That's what you do in an inn, is you drink and you make friends and you meet people.
Well,
Right?
I'm not quite sure what kind of ingredients are going into the drinks. And Griff points to his eye and winks at her.
Oh, dear. That subtle, huh? Okay.
They look down at their empty mugs and look back up to you. What'd that feller just say?
He said apparently they're poisoning the food and water as well.
You
Well, I
hear...
didn't say that exactly, but yeah.
Implied.
Okay, he doesn't hear you, so you're good. Well, see, I've been telling you, we need to go. Doesn't matter how bad it is. And they start kind of bickering back and forth. They finally accept both of your guys' counsel after sneering at you for interrupting him, Morgan. All right. So they kind of they head upstairs, start packing their stuff.
Right. So since Mirza isn't here, want to swing to the east side of town and see if we can find him, find her. And I did not write the other guy's name down, and I didn't hear you when you said it. But Terza and company.
Maddox.
Maddox.
I like that idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going back into the rain.
Yep. So you guys step back outside. The rain just starts pouring down on you. Your cloaks are heavy, your equipment, it just weighs a whole ton extra. You can't barely see. Every step you take, it's like, and your boots are heavy as hell. It's a slugfest. Sludge. You have to slug through. Go lay down, dog. Please, go lay down. You have to slog through this, trump through all the nasty as you're passing through let me get my map here. Alrighty. Oh man, it's so ass backwards. Not you guys, the way this is laid out. It's not, you would expect it to be laid out from top to bottom on the map with the numbers kind of going, but it kind of just does these. So, like, they don't go in order. Alright, so you guys end up passing through the big center area right outside of the inn. You pass through the ash grove. You see, the center of the town, the densely thick copse of trees and groves. They're blowing and almost weighted by the rain. You see them, just the water pouring down. It's a full 75 foot across. The grove is, pretty healthy, surprise, probably from all the extra rain. And it's clearly something that once again, these people take pride in. It's one of the places that really lights up as you guys trudge past it. You start approaching. I gotta check out that number 8. As you trudge through, you spot the an old wooden building that contains little more than heavy and ponderous grindstone on the outside, and the other milling equipment you spot. Although you cannot initially see what is power turns the stone, you can eventually hear slightly over the raining running of a small underground rush of water. You're unsure if that's the source of the mill or just something as a runoff from all the rain. You do see that the door is cracked open, and it is actually 7 spots, because you have ridiculous high passive perception. You spot that the door is not only ajar, but looks like it has been busted open to the mill. This is the only sort of evidence you've seen of any any sort of forced entry as you've passed through all the different buildings, the tannery, and whatnot.
I'm gonna point it out, discreetly point it out, but I also want to look to see if there's anybody following or around or hanging out in that area that seems suspicious.
Go ahead.
I don't think I have any bonuses to when I screw that up. Oh, all right, that's a whopping 8.
So as you poke around, it's hard to tell because you still have the few people that were arrived for the trade kind of running around. A few merchants here, an adventurer or two going from one building to the next. You know people are in some of these buildings, but you don't see very many people outside, likely because either some have left or they're bunched up inside. But you're unsure based on what you saw at the inn. If they're not inside, they should be out here somewhere, or they're gone. But nothing really stands out as suspicious to your eyes. Everyone, give me a perception check, please. Everyone, not just 7.
Much better that time.
9.
12.
19.
I heard 19 is the highest. So as you guys are standing just outside the milling area, or the mill, you feel a rumble for just a moment underneath your feet. It only lasts for an instant, and then it's gone.
Well, I want to go over and check the busted door.
All right, as you approach the door, it looks like it was kicked in from the outside. You can see muddy boot prints, a pair of muddy boot prints leading inside. There are no lights inside of the mill, as far as you can tell. Can you see in the dark?
I'm going to pull on my dark vision goggles. I can see 60 feet of darkness.
All right, so as you... Let me... I gotta find this here. Shit's across too many pages. So inside there's no light. You can see broken tools, tables, chairs, all kinds of just broken furniture. There is a spiral staircase that goes up off to the right side, and then there is a giant center set of cogs that seems to be moving, that you can see intertwining gears that seems to run outside to the giant mill wheel.
I'm gonna stealth inside.
Give me 1 second here. Yeah.
Did you forget to tell R.P. Davis that he needed to add names? Because I see.
No, I like the email.
He sent you a final this morning, and it's still wrong.
Check my email.
I'm in your email, and I'm seeing where you sent him to add information. But this is still wrong. Your email that you sent him.
Yeah, kills. Put your pants up.
Is about add.
Okay, now go down to the
Doesn't have
next
his
one.
headset on.
Keep going down.
If you sneaking around, I'll keep on messaging you.
See that? And you also didn't. You were also.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did.
gonna
I already talked to Dave.
fully
He told me
super
exactly
sneaky
how he
this.
wanted it.
So
Okay.
So after
Did he add
any
your name?
distance far
So it says
away
it.
It's
and
been in there,
messaging,
but Chris's
easy
name is not in
message
there.
would be
Yeah, but I told him right here.
be an advantage,
Well,
really.
you put it below the picture. Do you think he actually?
Can
sees
you-
skipped
it?
our
you guys are-
intro. What are you guys?
I was gonna ask, yeah, what are your classes? I'm a
Respond to
fighter.
me saying, hey, I
I
noticed
am
this is still
a
missing. Just
sorcerer.
take a snippet. Because
I'm a
he missed the
druid.
front title book too that I had to message him.
Rogue.
This part down here.
Human
Tell.
druid.
I
Yes.
looked in the Facebook
back
and he
to
still
you
hadn't put it
too.
there yet. And I said it was literally the
We're forged.
the thing from the same stuff from
Forged rogue.
Facebook. I put the picture and said, "Hey, this needs to go there." He said,
Inquisitive.
"Okay, I'll take care of it." And then when he sent me the final, I said,
Well, it's
"By the
been
way,
real fun
that
playing an
comment above,
inquisitive
you missed it."
that
So just respond and say,
mystery.
"Hey, you still missed that part," and take a snippet of the image.
do that on purpose, but it worked out fantastic.
All right, sorry about that. The problem with having a bunch of projects on deadlines is sometimes things go wrong and need quick attention.
Did you upload
What?
the church service yet?
Did I what?
Did you upload the church
Nope.
service yet?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to do
Damn
that.
it, I want to give him a hard
First
time.
morning?
Huh? Yeah, but I'll do it before I go to bed.
Doesn't it take a long time to get uploaded to Facebook and YouTube?
Not to Facebook, just to the website. Well, even if it does take a long time, I can check it when in the morning before I leave. All right, sorry guys.
Yesterday.
So I already forgot. Where are we at? Here
Seven
it's-
is gonna sneak
Seven is
inside.
sneaking inside, and
What is everyone else doing?
I'm going to keep contacting for message to make sure that he's okay as he's traversing wherever he's going.
Okay. So as he's stepping in, I need everyone else to go ahead and give me. Everyone give me another perception check. As
Do
you,
my stealth check first, or
yes,
'cause I was
please.
gonna be
Yep.
sneaky?
I rolled, but I didn't get your roll.
Got a dirty 20 on perception.
A dirty 20. I love that term. I'm totally stealing that.
yeah, natural 20 on this one.
Ooh, nice.
No more single digits.
17.
29.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
27.
The 19 plus 10.
Okay, so let's
I'm sneaky as fuck.
let's go. All right, so everyone that got anybody get under a 15 perception? Nobody, right? So you guys feel the ground rumble again, and you can tell now it sounded like some sort of explosion below you. 7, you hear some sort of chanting coming from the underneath the wood. You can't tell what it is, but you definitely can tell that it's some sort of God, it's a high roll. Sounded like a spell chant, but it was not quite. It's muffled, so you're not 100% sure.
My stealth was 29.
Oh!
My perception was 22.
Okay, well you hear somebody shouting below you, and you think you're sneaky.
Okay.
So yeah, so the rest of you realize that rumbling is coming from some sort of explosion beneath your feet. 7, as you poke around, you start kind of investigating and pushing through some stuff. You see that several sets of the muddy feet lead to the winding staircase, but they don't go up the staircase, they just disappear.
I would like to find the secret door.
There-
Also, actually, no. First, if there's nothing nasty in the immediate vicinity that I can detect, with Chihiro pinging me with message, when I can respond, I'm gonna tell her to come on in. It's clear at this point.
Okay. Chihiro. Churros. Chihiro, you quickly get a response from 7 letting you know that it's all clear.
I let the others know and start walking in.
Does anybody have any thoughts on the explosion beneath your feet at all?
Oh,
There's us fighting down there, and we need to get down there.
can I make an Arcana check to see if it's magic-induced explosions?
I would say you wouldn't be able to tell that just from a sound, especially one that's muffled underground.
It's not from the sound, it's more I can feel...
Oh, feel the magic? I'd say that's more of a detect magic ability as opposed to Arcana. In 5E, Arcana is specifically lore and mostly lore and understanding.
It's more like your knowledge of magic as opposed to your
Detecting.
ability to feel
Yeah.
magic.
Do you have detect
Your
magic?
connection to it.
Yeah.
No, because apparently I didn't think about getting that. for some reason.
Yeah,
And I normally always get something like that.
yeah, and that's one of those things that in previous editions, Arcana could be used to tell and feel the magic out. But in 5e, it's changed quite a bit to just pure knowledge of it and how it functions. So I'm gonna say with an Arcana check, that's not gonna be enough, unless you want to. If you think that's an ability you would have prepared and want to use it.
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Let's save that.
So when we enter into the mill,
It is completely pitch black.
it is completely pitch black.
Yep, you can't see nothing. I don't think he cast any light, so
I'm using my goggles.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got
So
120 feet of dark vision.
So you see, Chihiro sees Morgan, or not Morgan, Seven standing over top of a bottom of a spiral staircase that goes up. What is Griff doing? Nothing. Griff's not doing anything.
Just kind of observing. Griff is, you know what Griff is doing? Griff is making sure he's counting his crossbow bolts. He's checking like the spring mechanism on his cross. He's just getting generally prepared for stuff to pop off.
Oh, he's ready. He's ready. All right. So at that point, Seven, you run your hands along where the footprints are, and you can see a depression at the bottom of the stairs, and you're able to run your fingers along it. And you have special like tools, don't like thieves' tools?
Yes.
You pull out your thieves' tools, and you find a little gap, and you pop a latch with a click. And you're able to pull up, and you realize that the spiral staircase goes up and goes down into a basement of sorts. You can see about 20 feet down, and then it breaks off towards the back towards the west. But you can't see. The only thing you see is a constant kind of thrumming of flashes of light, dim light coming from somewhere down where you can't see. You can certainly hear more shouting. You can hear the clash of steel on steel, shouts of spell casting, vicious insults, and muddy footprints going that direction.
Does it sound like Tirza and Maddox?
It certainly does. Wow,
Right,
it sounds like Tirza.
It's like Tirza. Okay, all right. I'm gonna gesture to the others to come on, and then I'm gonna head down. I'm gonna trust you guys can either see me or will take care of your own light source. But
Yeah, I think is Chichiro the only other one that can see? Can Griff and Morgan see?
I cannot.
Griff's not without a
but
torch.
I'm biding my time to
I'm going
change
to
into
grab
something that
hold
can.
of each of their hands and literally lead them up.
So Chichiro is like your mother walking you guys through here. You can't see nothing. She's guiding you along. You get to the edge, and it's very inconvenient that you can't see. Chichiro, you're going to try to assist them down. Still no light source. So if you guys are you guys going to climb down with her assistance?
you guys could use the torch. I'm just gonna stay up ahead in the darkness.
No need to give away our presence if we don't need to. So
Mhm.
I'm content being quiet and being led by my teammates. So
Yeah.
All right, as Chichiro lets you guys or kind of assists you going down, you can still each go one at a time. But I will need dexterity saving throws at advantage to check to see if you slip during the spiraling. She's helping you, so you will have advantage as she's trying to guide you. So it sounds like a big ass die, doesn't it? It's like a foot.
One of those metal die.
Yeah, that's one of my metal die.
Size matters.
10.
That's not great.
No.
Where am I saving?
It's
Oh,
Just your dex,
okay, so I
right?
got a 16.
Not athletics, but dex. Because this is just foot.
It's not climbing. It's just you're going down stairs and can't see where your foot goes. So that's certainly going to be dexterity. And unfortunately, a 10's not going to do it. You fall 20 feet and take.
Fell down the stairs, I swear.
Yeah, clink, 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 thud, 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 with a loud clank as her head hits the bottom, and you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Can I take this moment to? I had an action readied for coming to the bottom of the stairs.
Which
now
is?
that I'm there, I want to change into a tiger.
Okay. How does do you want to describe how your shapeshift looks, or do you want me to do that?
So, at this point, since I'm covered in mud and water, it all just sort of sloughs off as fur sort of like pops up all over, and the lump of a sloppy, clumsy human on the ground is replaced by a tiger at the ready.
Very cool. Very feline-like. I love it. What's your tiger look like? Is it just the traditional Bengal tiger, or is it like a white tiger?
Traditional Bengal tiger, yeah.
Devin's gonna see you thump to the ground and then change. He's gonna go, that would have been helpful earlier. Then he's gonna continue down the hallway.
I didn't know how much space I'd have to get through. Sorry, that was in my head, not out loud, because tigers don't talk.
That's funny.
You know, I want Kelishtar, the psychic race, as a Circle of the Moon Druid, Circle of the Moon Druid, so you can speak telepathy while shapeshifted.
That's cool.
That would be awesome.
It's a build.
That's definitely one I'm going to explore here eventually. Is the what is it? The beast path or whatever, the druid.
So you guys,
DM,
yep.
How high up is the ceiling?
From the room you're in, or the floor? Oh yeah, you guys all went down. 15 feet.
Okay.
15 feet.
Griff is gonna walk with the party, but above the party. He's gonna activate his slippers of spider climbing.
I forgot about those.
So, Chichiru, as you after you assisted them down, you get down there, and a Bengal, you spot Morgan as she shapeshifts into this Bengal tiger, and you look up, and Griff is walking on the ceiling. And then in front of you is down the way is a short distance is 7. As you guys start your approach, are you guys trying to actively be stealthy?
Devin wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to be stealthy. So I'm gonna need a group stealth check, please. What that means is of the 4 of you, as long as at least 2 pass, we'll count it as a successful check.
Well, I rolled poop, so I only got a 14.
So,
23.
just to make it a bit more awkward, I'm going to cast Invisibility,
Ooh, fancy.
Nice.
which is a feat for me
Mm-hmm.
from Shadow Touched Charisma.
Okay. And how long?
Griff is. Oh, sorry.
How long does that last?
1 hour on
Does
concentration.
it break if you attack or anything like that?
As low. If I attack or cast a spell, yeah.
Okay, but it'll last for an hour otherwise. Okay, that's what I need to know. All right, what was Griff gonna do?
Oh, just Griff has disadvantage. I just remembered because I'm wearing chainmail, so I rolled a 6 for stealth.
So did we get 2 over 15?
Don't think so. I rolled a 4 with a plus 10.
All right.
So
Shame on you with all of your
I
stealthiness.
know. I know.
Like-
I was like, yes, I'm finally
I'm
there.
plus
7
10.
category.
I'm plus
I'm like,
10.
23. Oh, wow.
I was hoping to get a 30, but no, I rolled a 4.
Sometimes
I-
that happens. It's the.
You know,
Let me tell you about a door that my demon couldn't knock down yesterday. Oh my god!
there's a level coming soon. I don't remember which one it is, but eventually I won't be able to roll lower than a 10. But
Reliable talent, right? That's a good one.
it's the one. But I don't remember when I get that. I think it's 10 or 11.
11, I think. All right.
Yeah.
So because of that, you guys won't be able to catch any enemies by surprise. That's what you basically were rolling for.
Yeah.
Clank, 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 failed that. So let me pull up the map here so I've got it in front of me because this is gonna need
That
this.
include me as being invisible.
They know we're there. They just may not know you.
Right, yeah. So basically it was just a determined surprise, but technically, because you're invisible, they'll see them, but won't see you. So your first attack will count as hidden attacker, which is advantage and all that jazz.
Just don't get a surprise round.
Yeah. That was the big thing, is a surprise round. Where is my map? Got it. Okay. All right. So you guys start making your way down down this corridor that stretches before you, leading to another staircase that goes up, that turns to the right. Oh, it's a new. Our bark box for our dogs came today, and they're playing with their toys. They love it. Go play out in the other room. I talk. She's rubbing off on me. I talk to them as if they listen to me or understand me. So
I have cats, so.
You walk down this corridor that stretches before you, leading to another staircase that kind of curves and goes around to the right. You can hear footsteps. You can hear some chanting. You can hear some heavy breathing echoes off of the strange corridor. And you can hear some shouting, and you no longer hear the clang of metal on metal. Where is this at? All right, so what is the plan? Do you guys want to do anything before you approach through the end of this passageway? Go down. Oh, he's got to go potty.
Does he?
Yeah.
How do you know?
What's the plan? You guys can you want to ready any attacks? Do you want to cast any mage armors or any of that stuff before you go in here?
I've done what I need to do.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
probably going
Gotta-
to prepare a mirror image.
Gonna end your invisibility.
I'm going to have it prepared. I'm not going to cast it just yet.
Okay.
So
So you're gonna ready an action. Okay. What is the trigger for you casting that when you see an enemy?
when the enemy attacks one of the party members.
Okay, that's a good trigger. Nice solid number for me. Anybody else?
Yeah, Griff.
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry. Griff is gonna prepare to cast Gust on kind of the same thing. Anything that looks like it's hostile and coming towards us.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna get ready to shoot somebody, but I don't want to use a ready to action. I want a full turn. So
Okay. All right. So as you guys approach around the corner, a massive flicker of light. You start to notice things in this hallway that you didn't quite see before. There is on the walls and the ceiling and floors are covered with images of vicious marine creatures. You see immense claws, that could snap. Immense claws snap humans in half, while tentacles the size of redwoods wrap around themselves about shattered galleon boats. Winding through the center of it all along the floor is a series of impossibly long, serpents with heads on both ends, each biting the throat of the next. So real are the images that you can practically smell the salty tang of the sea coming off them. As you approach up this set of stairs and comes into view, there you see several corpses of the adventurers you've stumbled across. There's about a half a dozen cultists laying on the ground, and you see you have now entered a perfectly octagonal chamber. which has the corpses strewn about, several rows of kneeling people in cloth, cultists, on which embroidered huge gaping, I don't know what this word is, Ichthych maws? I don't know. Ithic maws?
Spell it.
Ichthyc. I've never seen that word before, but I'm also not an educated man, so. The ceiling, yeah, the ceiling rises nearly 30. It must be a real word. It's in a Yahtzee document, because they don't make things up.
ICHTH what?
ICHTHYIC.
IIC.
YIC. Itch thick maws.
Fish-like.
Ish-like?
Fish-like.
There's no L though.
No, that's just what the word means. It's an
Just
adjective.
means fish-like.
Oh! Why don't you just say that? Like
Ichthytic.
Ichthytic?
I think it's ichthytic because ichthyology is the study of fishes.
Ichthytic.
There you go. See?
Yeah, it's Google for the
Or
win.
D&D
relating to
education.
fishes, or having
Yeah.
the form of a fish.
Okay, there we go. Now we know what I don't whatever.
Ichthytic.
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 Ichthytic. The ceiling rises
Somebody
nearly
had a thesaurus ready.
the ceiling rises nearly 30 feet above you. On the opposite side of the room, you see a narrow stair that leads up to a high platform. You can't see much on the platform of what's up there except for two statues that appear to represent masses of intertwined tentacles and eel-like visages. A huge altar of black stone from which rises a sculpted serpent, glaring toward the left. You think, but cannot be certain, that someone might be moving about behind the altar. Several of the enemies turn at you, and you see their what's her name? I forgot her name. The chick you're... Terza, thank you. It's like 10 pages back. You see Terza there in a battle with surrounded by several cultists while the rest kneel and chant around her. You turn and you see her ally is laying in a pool of his own blood on the ground. And she shouts, "Well, don't just stand there. Help me, you fools!" As she's locked in sword-on-sword combat. With several of these. So if you need to know, there's about a dozen cultists in here right now. And she's in hand-to-hand combat with one of them that's wearing a red robe versus the rest that are black. Now, some people had readied spells. Nobody has attacked them at all. Do you still want that to trigger? No? Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to use, if I can, I'd like to use the gust on the
Go ahead.
the red.
To push it.
The one that's engaged with Teresa. Yeah.
Okay, yep, go ahead.
So I want to push him away from Terza.
And then is Chichiro going to release her illusion thing? Mirror image?
Yeah, it's mirror images
Okay.
of myself.
Is that going to break your invisibility? Do you want to wait to get
I
us?
believe it doesn't, because it's not exactly... Oh no, it's a spell. Sorry, yeah. It will.
Is invisibility break when you cast any spell, or does it break when you cast a spell on something else? Because sometimes they...
cast a spell.
Okay.
Yeah, the wording's a bit weird because it says about a spell ends with attack spell, and then it says or casting the spell.
Yeah, so that would count. Go ahead and give me your attack there, Griff.
So it's not really an attack. It's a DC 13 strength check.
Oh, is it gonna knock him back?
Yeah, it knocks them back 5 feet if they fail.
It does fail. So as you guys run up the stairs, you quickly see Terza is engaged in this. She shouts at you to just help her. You quickly hold up your hand and release a gout of wind, and it blasts him, sends him tumbling back and sliding up against the stairs that lead up into the altar that you can barely see above. And it shouts a curse at you. Meanwhile, all the other cultists continue to chant, but as soon as they see you, they look back down and their chanting speeds up. Chichiro, what are you going to do?
I'm going to cast Minute Meteors. Sorry, that's the wrong one.
Of course you are.
Yahoo!
So it is a concentration spell. Luckily enough, the mirror images are not. Every single one of those cultists that are kneeling down needs to make a dexterity save.
I'm gonna use a percentage dice because there's too many of them. So I'll roll, split it into 2 groups. Half of them fail. All of them fail. Okay. What is the? I assume the DC is more than 11, right?
It's 15.
Yeah. No. They. Okay. So what happens?
Healing, aren't they? So they're technically prone already.
That's true.
That doesn't matter.
Well,
they,
yeah.
sorry. They take, on the failed saves, they take 9 damage. And
Okay.
on the successful saves, they take half that damage.
Okay. Well, nobody succeeded, so they all. So describe how this attack is looking to you. How does it unfold?
There's little stones that rise up just above my head and engulfed in a black flame.
Ooh.
And as they swirling around, they ping off to each member of the cultist.
Cultist ping pong.
Yeah.
So these things just start darting around. They're smashing into them. You hear them screaming and yelling and bellowing in pain. Several of them, you hear crunching of their bones, cracking as these things are smashing into them. They start bellowing in place. A couple of them kind of fall over and wail. They start kind of scurrying away. It doesn't seem to kill any of them, though. But you definitely heard crunching and breaking, and some are holding on to legs. You can see, part of them look broken. Very painful. Anything else?
Can I swap places with one of my duplicates, which there is 3 in total?
Yep. To confuse your enemies, right?
Yeah, I have to roll for this because apparently.
So,
anyway,
I
have
think.
to get over 10 to get replaced with another one of my illusions.
So, from my understanding, when you only have to do that when you're attacked is when you make that roll. So you don't have to, because when we go to make attack, you roll to see if it hits the illusion, and you swap place, the enemy mistakes you. So I don't think there's really anything you need to do unless you're attacked. If I'm not mistaken. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's all a learning process, especially when you're playing a caster, because there's so many damn spells that they can do. You know what a fighter does? Swings their sword.
Yes. I'm used to that.
Moving the short a couple times.
At level 5.
Have the gust cantrip. I don't just.
All right.
Oh.
Oh yeah, fancy. So one of the damn it, one of the cultists stands up. I lost my sheet here. There it is. One of the cultists stands up, and the one in the red coat recovers from the attack that Griff had launched on her. The hat, her cloak falls back, and you realize it's a brunette, and it was one of the ladies that was serving you guys your meal the night in the inn. I forgot the name I gave her, but the waitress that served you. She holds out her hand and shouts some ancient words. And a massive spectral fish net forms. And then she kind of twists her hand, and it mysteriously changes. So one end is a fishnet, and the other end is a giant anchor. And she sends this spectral weapon floating over towards... Griff, because Griff attacked her, and she's pissed off about it, and people are grudgy like that. So that is going to be a 17 to armor class.
It's a miss.
That's going to be a miss. So as the giant anchor is coming down, You twist a little bit, and it just clinks off the side of your armor. Barely even feel it as you dodge. You avoid most of the blow out of the way. She quickly kind of spews a curse to Dagon. It says, "Get them!" And instantly, 6 of the other cultists rush in towards the Miss Meteor, who has just tried to light them all on fire, and they are all gonna surround you. They have, what are they doing here? Let me go make sure I got this right. Yoink. There it is. They rake at you with a what looks like a sickle. It's not really. It's just like a fish, like a weeding sickle, right? That's what that's for, weeding or cutting plants, mowing the lawn in the old days, I guess. They come at you with these little sickles. I need you to roll to so of the 5 that are surrounding you, or 6 that are surrounding you. What?
Magic item.
What about a magic item?
Ice sickle. It melts and disappears fish weapons.
Oh my God! Did you hear that? An ice sickle. Yeah.
Beautifully done. Yes.
Kudos to you, babe. They like the idea.
Yeah, I see why you married her.
Oh no, she wasn't like that when I married her. She got that from me. What are you talking about? She did.
Oh, so you've just been a great influence on her.
Yeah, she tricked me. She used to not talk. Trick my ass. All right, so all 6 of these come and attack you, and that is a 16, a 12, a 8, 17, 13, 24. That's only 5. Is that 5?
4 hit.
One more. Not gonna hit. All right, how many hit? So now this is where your duplicate, your spell comes into play. If I'm not mistaken, it says that when an attack would hit, you can roll your die to change it to a clone. If I'm not mistaken.
It has to be higher than 8 if I have more than 2. Anything less than 2, I have to roll 11.
Okay, so go ahead.
First one's a 6. Your second one's an 8. The third one would be an 11. Each time you're gonna redirect an attack.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one has a duplicate.
Yep. So that duplicate vanishes as they jump around and they cut towards your duplicates.
Second one is a duplicate.
Swoops in and it fades away as it slashes through.
The third one hits me. And the fourth one is a duplicate.
Okay, so
That's all my duplicates.
yeah, I think it took all 6 of my minions to deal with your duplicates. But 1 did hit, correct? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it was the third highest one.
Okay, so that'll be 13 points of damage.
Yep.
As this thing sickle comes in, your meteors are still flying around. They all are terrified of you. You've nearly messed them all up. They charge at you. Vicious sickles flying and all. You're able to jump, dodge, twitch, parry. You're unfortunately they get confused with several of your duplicates as your duplicates get cut through and dissipate. And you're left with 1-on-1 as he jumps at you and catches you and manages to scrape across your arm. 7. Sorry, is there? That's the end of the. Yeah, 7. That's all the minions. What do you do, 7?
So all the minions are up against our sorceress.
Yeah, the one that basically just tried to get them all in one shot or 100
Right.
shots.
I'm trying to remember. Are we playing with flanking rules where I can get advantage by getting behind him?
As a rogue, you get your sneak attack for being next to him, but no flanking. That's way too powerful in 5e.
It's an optional rule, but I just wanted to make sure we had it.
She would have been dead. Because they all would have been flanking her.
That's why it's optional.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Right, we're being swarmed, so I'm gonna go for more hits and strong hits. I'm gonna drop my bow and pull 2 daggers, and I'm gonna start stabbing cultists.
Okay. So you dash up behind her. Give me some attack rolls.
All right, so main hand attack is 17 to hit.
Yep.
Offhand attack, 25 to hit.
Yep. Are those slashing weapons or piercing weapons?
Daggers are piercing. All right. So the first one, because I've got flanking, we're gonna play some Yahtzee.
I love Yahtzee.
Of Yahtzee. It's 5. No, sorry.
That's a lie. Yahtzee's horrible.
4d6, d6, and a d4. Oh God, that sucked.
Yeah, not too
Right,
excited
well,
about that.
That's okay. Actually, that's not 12 plus 4, 16 for the first stab.
Yes.
You dead?
Oh yeah, it went down. They only have 20 hit points, so.
Follow-up stab only gets 4. The D4. So I run in and I stab one in the throat, and then while he's not looking, and then when the next one turns to me, I stab him in the arm.
Yeah, you deliver several driving series of quick strikes, and we're able to overwhelm the first one's defenses, but the other one was able to parry a good portion of it, and the blade sunk in only a little bit there, unfortunately. Anything else?
That is all my actions.
Griff. There is, you just saw 7 run up to the cultists that are surrounding Chihiro, and deliver a devastating blow to one of them and injure another one. What are you going to do?
Griff is... What's the leader doing? The one in red. What's she doing?
She was the one that attacked you, and she's at her distance. She summoned the spectral weapon that attacked you, but that's all she's kind of just standing there at the moment, channeling. She's moving her hand, swinging the weapon at you, but she's not holding the weapon. That makes sense.
Yeah.
She's defending herself from Tirza.
Okay. I'm gonna use War Magic, so I can cast a cantrip and then use a weapon attack as a bonus.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Gust on her.
Ooh.
As the cantrip.
Is that a saving throw? That's just a straight saving throw for me, right?
DC 13 strength save, yeah.
No, it's not super great. She is going to make it that time. She's ready for it, and she blocks her dagger in front as your gust of wind smashes in and diverts around her.
Okay. And then for my attack, I'm gonna point my crossbow at her and say, "Hey, waitress, I don't know if you remember me, but I gave you a really good tip. Well, here's another tip." And I fire the crossbow bolt.
I see what you did there.
And that is a 14 attack.
That's gonna hit.
Nice. Ooh, yeah. Plus. Okay, that's a 7. 7 damage.
Yeah, so you spin, the spin in your projectile burrows a hole right into her shoulder and passes out the other side, whipping fluids and substances in every direction. Those fluids and substances are not, in fact, blood, but is some sort of strange ichor, black and greenish ichor.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope, that is my turn.
Morgan.
Time to... Yes. Okay, so I'm going to attack the woman in red as well.
Okay.
Pounce. So this will be moving 20 feet straight forward,
Mhm.
and then hit with a claw attack. And
Ooh.
if my attack hits, then she has to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, not bad.
Does nope, that's only a 12. That probably doesn't hit.
That's not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That will be. That's all that I can do.
All right. So as you charge at her on all fours, you dash, you leap through the air, just past Terza, and the I almost said something I shouldn't have. Go away, go down. She turns at you and sees you at the last second and drops to her knees, almost as if in prayer, and you pass over, landing on the steps just behind her. You swipe your claw at her, and she twists, and you see a flash of a barrier for a second as your claw smashes into it, and then it trembles off, and she sneers at you, says a curse in Aquan. Does anybody speak Aquan? Okay. And she snarls. Give me a perception check. Do you have the in your cat form? Do you have the
Well, I have
the keen
perception
senses?
bonus. Yes, I have keen
Yeah.
smell.
Yes, that's the one. Give me a perception check.
Yep. I get an advantage on that one. So.
All right. I couldn't remember if it was the dogs or the cats that had it.
I think they both do.
That's hilarious. I rolled a 19 both times.
Nice.
That makes it 26.
As you're up next to this thing, you can smell nothing but seaweed, raw stench of salt and seaweed coming off of this woman. It's very strange. She doesn't smell like a human. Yeah. Terza draws her blade. Is there anything else? Is that it? That's it, right? Yeah. Terza draws her blade. She jumps back. She says, I'm glad that you showed up. I thought for sure I was going to die. When I followed him down here, I didn't expect this. They jumped us. I did think I was going to make it out. You see she's got blood dripping from her side. You can see that she's taken several sickles to the gut. You see her body is trembling. She says, I appreciate the backup. You will be handsomely rewarded if we make this out of this alive. She holds out her hand and chants a spell. And loosens a quick blast of purple and black energy in the form of two beams. Unfortunately, they smash into her target, and you see a shield light up into existence again. And she says, "Blast! I can't get past that stupid barrier." And it is now, before we go to the top of the initiative, you hear the chanting from the few that are the kneeled cultists.
I thought they all got up. Shoot.
No, there were several on the lower end that are kneeling. The ones that were kneeling, there's like 6 of them. The rest got up and charged after you, but they're still chanting, and the chanting is picking up pace. I need an Arcana check from anybody trained in it. Specifically, I know Chihiro is.
Chihiro?
Yeah, Chihiro is trained in that.
I'm expertise.
Nice. Give me them big rolls.
Natural 25.
Ooh, you recognize this as a planar summoning spell. Summoning something from another plane of existence. You can't tell what, but if they finish the ritual, something will be brought into this world that doesn't belong.
Do I know which plane it is?
Oh, son of a bitch, that's a hard question. I guess I never thought about if the chants were specifically different for each. You know what? The water plane. I'm gonna give that to you. From the water plane.
I mean, let's be honest. It fits the theme, and it's about the only place I would have expected it.
Right.
The Earth plane.
Yeah, right. Summon a giant stone golem.
For everything we've been through and all this underwater stuff, it's actually going to be a fire golem. So, surprise!
That's funny. Turns out what he does is he creates little heat vents that burns off the steam that keeps the water from rising.
Yeah, there you go.
That's funny. All right, Chihiru. So now
Just
you.
to burst the bubble a little bit more, it does say that I know the inhabitants of that plane.
Lots of water elementals, water demigods. Obelisks don't originate from there, do they? I don't recall.
I know they live there. I know there are there.
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
whether
So
it's their own
obelisks,
origin.
I really wish I had a better answer for you. Dagon would come from that realm. The Prince of the Depths, which I believe looks a lot like an obelisk, to be honest. I don't know if he was based on one, but water elementals, that sort of stuff. I'd have more information, but I don't really have any as a DM. I don't have more for you,
Monsters.
to be honest.
Just think
Yeah.
of all the fish
Fish.
monsters. Those, yeah.
Yep.
Mermaids.
Kuatoas and stuff. All that sort of
Pigeons.
stuff. All right, so what is Chihiru gonna do?
Oh.
You
she-
you know that you have at most. Each round's 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I believe
The
that.
ritual will be completed in probably 30 seconds or so.
6 seconds per round, if you want to put it in real time.
So okay, 20 seconds,
Yeah.
or 18 or whatever. Yeah. So you got 3 rounds.
Trying to squeeze that into 5, but fine.
3 rounds. Before the spell is chanted and whatever it is they're summoning comes into this world.
I'm going to cast meteors at a high level of 4.
Oh, she ain't messing around now. It's coming like a wrecking ball. Sorry.
It hits
So-
a lot more people.
Each time you cast that, you summon orbs. Then you use your bonus action to throw them every turn.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just like dumping 6 all over them. You can just keep throwing the ones that are floating around you.
Yeah, so you don't gotta waste any more slots for it.
It's still there, yeah.
Okay.
It's your bonus action, which means you still get an action to do more spells.
I'm going to target the ones on the floor still praying.
Oh, you're gonna attack the unarmed ones that are bowing and kneeling that aren't hurting you at all. That is just
Oh,
such.
yeah.
Maybe-
I didn't realize they were still there. That's where I would have gone.
Maybe
They're a threat.
maybe
They're
these
the
people
ones
have
summoning.
maybe these people have some sort of maybe they're onto something with you adventurers. All right.
They'll be
Something
dead
bad's
and
gonna
nobody
come
will
through
ever
a
know, so it's
portal.
fine.
Something bad's going to come through a portal. I don't want anything to do with it.
It's just like I'm not messing around. All right, go ahead and give me some attack rolls. Or they
Yeah,
saves?
from
They're
a
saves,
portal.
aren't they?
They are a dex save to start with.
Half of them succeed, and half of them fail. So of the 6, 3 of them will take full damage, and 3 will take half damage, whatever that was.
Full damage is 12, which is max roll.
Okay. So the other takes 6.
Yeah.
All right, so you will your mind to send these things bouncing around like ping pongs. Once again, you actually end up disrupting the chant at a couple instances where they stutter and have to pick back up. You can hear the crunching of bones as these orbs, these black smoky orbs, smash into them. They go back onto their knees and continue chanting. You still have an action and a movement, because I think that only takes your bonus.
Right, okay. As my second action, I will cast Ice Storm, which will hit within 20 feet of the epicenter. So the closest of 20 feet.
So I want to give you some advice. This room, let me look at the map here and then give you some dimensions. What is the radius on that spell? Because this room is...
It's a 20-foot cylinder.
Because this is about a 50-foot diameter octagonal room. So in order to get them, it's going to get most everything. Now, if you're okay with that, I just want you to know that as that's a big ass effect. That includes your allies.
I'm fine.
As long as everyone's cool with that, I just wanted you to know that that includes them.
I didn't realise. If I realised how big the room was, I wouldn't have.
I'm on the stairs, so technically I'm on the outer skirts of the room now, or is the stairs in the center of the room?
No, they're at the edge, and they go up.
Yeah.
So I would...
Evasion, I don't care.
He's like, I don't care. I guess the only person... Well, so does Griff, too, I think. Griff, do you have evasion?
Evasion.
Wait, is he...
It's rogues and monks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Okay.
Chainmail.
Click. So it's up to you. It seems like they're probably fine with it if you want to do that.
Trying to look up some.
Put it in the corner.
Yeah, I want to put it right in the corner, but close enough to the cultists on the kneeling down.
Okay. I will say probably only person that'll, well, nobody will have, no, yeah, only 7 will be in the target range then, is, you and 7 would be it, which 7 didn't seem to care, so it's not a problem.
It's fine.
Alright, so.
It's the dex save.
Okay.
Whoop! Drop that. Oh, gee, does a 25 make it?
Where was that roll when you were stealthing?
Oh, man. I was wondering.
I was so looking forward to using my stealth in that.
Hey, no. Hey, if anybody's upset about not having the surprise round, it's the rogue. So
Right.
I'm not an assassin, so I don't get auto crit. But still.
All right. So you wanted to describe how your spell takes effect there, Shamiller?
Cool black ice that comes down hailing from the sky in a cylinder type aura.
Mm-hmm. So it's thrumming out. It's filling the area. What is the damage?
This is on dex save, so it has a success and a fail.
Yep.
So everyone takes 7 on a success for bludgeoning, and then a 13 on cold damage.
All right. So
20 damage in total.
Yeah. So as the blast and energy radiates out from you, the meteors smash into them. You create an icy storm, and you basically start seeing them chill and freeze. Their words start to stutter. Ice chunks start smashing into them, and they just start dropping one after another. Jeez, man, you hurt all my cultists.
7 just starts dodging ice chunks like he's Neo in the Matrix. Just
right. So half of the chanting cultists crumble under the weight of your icy blast and the smashing of your floating orbs of destruction, and they fall and crumble under the weight of your attacks. 2 of the ones that you were engaged with also fall. There are 2 still chanting, and there are 3 still engaged with both 7 and you, Chihiro, as they are dancing around trying to avoid icicle blasts and flying balls of destruction. Came in like a wrecking. Well, that's not. I've never. No. Anything else, Chihiro?
Can I disengage through the gap of the dead cultists around me?
Disengage is an action and to do, so you can move away with your movement action, but they will get an attack of opportunity.
Guess I'll just stand still, please.
Okay. Anybody have this issue where you can't read your own writing?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I do. Like, can you even read that? Like, what the hell even is that? Like, honestly.
Nimbus. It's a type of cloud.
Oh, no.
It
is. It says minion. I see that now, but I can't read my own damn writing half the time. So the cultists quickly take the disengage action and run and dash up to the top of the stairs, swooping past. I
get an attack of opportunity on them?
You don't, because they're taking the disengage action. So they quickly run to the top. They hold out their hands and start chanting along with the ones on the ground as they ran to the top of the stairs that you are running towards. You see them kind of quickly look at each other, then look back and continue the chanting as quickly as possible. It's not going well. The red lady shouts and says, "Fools, do not let them interrupt the ritual. He will have our heads." And she quickly commands her spectral anchor to swat over at Griff again for a 23 to hit AC.
Yeah, that'll hit Griff.
As her bonus action, gotta get all my dice here. Holy shit. 16 points of bludgeoning damage as this spectral heavy ass anchor just smashes right into you with a loud rumble as it hits you. She holds out her hands and where's my screen here? One of these days I promise I'll get a little more no, I won't. I can't promise that. What's wrong with me? She says, "Enough of this," and you see her whole body shimmer like over a campfire, as the red cloak disappears, and all you see is this blue-skinned, scrawny, hideous-looking hag with seaweed-like hair dripping from her face, and her appearance is just horrifying. So at the start of any of your turns, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. Please help me remember that, because I always forget that sort of stuff when it's just a feature. As she looks over and she sees... she sees Morgan trying to make her way up the steps in her tiger form. She gives you a glare of just terrible death stare as this energy rushes into you. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please. DC's 15.
16.
You feel a streak of fear kind of quell up in front of you, and then your instincts of your form takes over, and you shrug it off, and you growl back at her. She goes, "Ah!" She growls back at you. That was a waste of an action. Damn it. 7. What are you gonna do?
Do I have any allies next to chanting cultists?
Yes. No. Because the ones that were next to you guys left. So there's 3 on the ground, still chanting, and then the 2 that ran up to the top of the stairs, all of which are a short distance away.
The closest one that is chanting,
be one of the ones on their knees.
Bonus action, I'm going to do the insightful fighting, so it's a contested, my insight versus his deception.
Okay, they've had a lot of practice. I got a 17.
That is 15 plus 8, 21.
Okay. Your insightful fighting is spot on.
Great. Then I chuck a dagger at him.
Catch him in the eye, huh?
That is 8, 7, 15.
You catch him right through the eye socket as he looks up just long enough to see it hit him.
Did I kill him?
It did.
That works.
Yeah, her attacks really effed him up. I mean, they only got like 20 hit points.
Alright, well then I'm gonna move over and use an item interaction to pick up my bow, and that's it for my turn.
Alright, the thing crumbles under its own weight, and the chanting is picked up. It's faster and faster at this point, with less voices ringing. Griff, what are you going to do? There is 2 that ran up some steps. There's 1 remaining chanter, or 2...
Me yell, "Stop the ritual!"
One remaining chanting on the ground.
Do I need to do a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, please.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah. I knew I was going to forget, didn't I?
Wait, so
I got a 16.
It's
got-
a TC 15.
13 plus 2, 15.
Oh, ooh, right on the money. You got it.
Good. It didn't undo my turn.
You're good as this creature's just terrible appearance is just terrifying. It kind of causes your body to tremble for a minute, but you shake it off. You fought worse things than this before. What are you doing, Griff?
Griff is gonna aim his crossbow at the hag, and he is gonna shoot twice. A 14 and a 15.
Yes, both will hit.
Both hit, nice. That is a 7 and a 5, so 12. And before he fires, he's going to say, "Put these on my tab."
She hisses. She takes the bolt right to the chest. For an instant, a shield appears, and then it cracks as your bolt cuts through it. She's hurting pretty bad. You can see this ichor kind of just spewing out of her. Her movements are becoming kind of sluggish. You see her kind of stumble back a little bit. Anything else, Griff?
That is it.
Morgan.
Okay. I'm going to. Is it just a bonus action to change back to my normal form? Is it a whole turn again, like the transformation? I forget. I feel like
I
going
don't
back to
remember
human
for
It's
Druid.
just releasing the spell. but
Yeah, I opened
I
right
just
to
wanna make
Druid.
sure.
Blind open, right to Druid.
I
Yeah.
think it's a bonus action, actually.
Okay.
He's going to check for you in a second here, though, because I don't know the actual ruling. So.
Is it wild shape? Is that the ability?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man, I got to work tomorrow. Then that suck.
It does.
I'm on vacation.
What's that like? My wife has been
technically it's
working her
weekend,
ass off.
but I'm off next week.
Oh, that's nice. I get a couple days
Get
off.
to go car shopping.
Oh, yeah, I saw the fender bender.
A fender bender that totaled it.
No, come on,
Yeah.
really?
Oh,
Well,
totaled it.
don't buy one of those again.
Oh,
Oh.
Don't back into another car's trailer hitch.
Yeah, what? I'm sorry, Morgan. So, what did we decide it was? Was it a bonus action?
I think it's just a
Can't
bonus
find it.
action. It doesn't. I don't think it really specifies, but it's just releasing a spell.
Yeah,
rather
we'll just
than
say
casting it,
we'll just
so-
say it's free then. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so I'm going to change back to my human form, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to take a few more steps up, just enough to be able to cast Tidal Wave at the two acolytes chanting at the top of the stairs.
It's a bonus action to revert. Found it.
Okay, thank you. Awesome. I'm gonna tuck that one away for the future.
All
'cause
right,
I've been
so
struggling to figure that one out.
what do I? So what are we doing here? You're casting
So-
tidal wave.
So I'm going to cast the spell Tidal Wave at the two acolytes that had run past me that are standing at. You said there were two, right, up on the platform?
Well, are you gonna run towards the top, or are you gonna cast it from the bottom?
I'm going. Oh, well, I wasn't planning on going all the way to the top. I was going to go far enough that they were within visual range, and the spell will be. I can conjure it up where I want. It doesn't originate from me.
Yeah,
so-
I just need to know if you're gonna move up, because if you're gonna move up, I'm gonna give you additional pieces of information. But if you're just gonna attack from where you're at,
Ah.
you can cast
Yeah.
where you're at.
Yeah, where I'm at is if I can from where I'm at. I wasn't
Okay.
gonna go far.
Okay, that's what I need to know. All right.
Hit him with the tidal wave. They.
Can we take a moment to appreciate her using tidal wave on
It's
water
exactly
cultists?
what I was just thinking.
Like,
Exactly.
What I got. So, and it could hit them both. So yeah, conjuring a wave of water, 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, and 10 feet tall. They all have to make a dexterity saving throw. They have to beat 15.
So, do they get advantage if they have swim speeds? No.
This is a bludgeoning attack, basically.
One of them will succeed and one will fail.
Okay, so the one that failed is knocked prone and will take 48, and I don't have that many 8s, so I'm going to use D&D Beyond.
Man, I have a love-hate relationship with that program. When I'm DMing, it's super great for finding stuff, but when I'm trying to find certain stuff, it's not great.
Yeah.
I know how counterintuitive that sounds, but it drives me bonkers.
Okay, so it's going to do that's 26 damage to the one who failed, and that makes 13 damage for the one who saved.
So the one that failed just gets washed away. The impact smashes and the neck just cracks. And it gets washed away. It gets washed away. Sorry, I entertained myself way too much.
I mean, it's literally what happened. It was a tidal wave.
The other one is able to fight as it's knocked back. It continues its chanting. It roars and bellows at you.
I forgot to do my wisdom saving throw as well. It's okay. I'm good though, because that was a 17.
Good, because I told you I told you guys I knew I was gonna forget because I always forget every time I use the hags.
I remember.
All right. So the other one is still standing. It's chanting, but it's slowed down its pace. With that many less chanters, you still hear an extra voice, a thrumming, booming voice, beyond your sight of vision. Anything else?
That is all that I can do unless I can move a little bit closer up the stairs, because I'm gonna knock the son of a bitch off the ledge.
You still have your movement, so you can get to the top.
Yeah, I want to move a little bit closer because I want to shut him up.
So your claws dig into the stone floor as you crawl up.
I'm human now.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you changed because cast spells stuff. I knew that. All right. So you run up to the thing. You get within a few feet of them. You kind of stare them down a little bit. You have no more actions though, right? Right? No actions. Okay.
No more. Yes.
Yeah, you shook your head, but I actually can't. I couldn't see your screen because it's over here.
I said no, but I don't think I said it loud enough. So.
Okay. All right. So, with a shout, with a powerful shout, blasts of purple energy leap over your shoulder and catch the cultist right in the shoulder, and it sends it tumbling, flying. As you see, Terza says, "Well, if I can't get past the other one's shield, at least these ones will die." She uses her Eldritch Blast to take out the other one, and it falls, crumbles. Let me check something before we go on to that. All right. Yes. Good. I closed my adventure.
Oh no.
I'm like, where did it go? I closed it. Oh, not good, Justin. Scrub. In the meantime, well, it's the end of the turn, so I kind of really need that open like now. Is there? Oh, I bet you there's a recents button under the PDF thing, isn't there? Why is it so slow? Because I got a million things open.
Was it a web browser that you closed?
No, it was my.
Tab you can reopen, but.
It was my Acrobat reader.
Gotcha.
Because I'm running from one of the old Dungeon magazine pages. All right, so I found my book. I opened it. Now I just got to find the last chit-chatty part here. So, all right, as the last of the one of the last, so the only one that's really left is the hag. You hear a deep rumbling voice as the last bit of the chanting stop, and he says, "My friends, please." The voice is that of an old man, old yet firm. It comes from above, from beyond the altar. Now that your attention has been drawn to him, you can indeed see an elder fellow, his gray hair long and stringy, standing by a basalt block. There is no need for further violence. Join us. Pledge yourself to the Father of the Deep and be greatly rewarded. Gold, jewels, and great magic can all be yours, as can forgiveness for those of the flock you have already slain. For Father Dagon is ever accepting. Chihiro, what are you going to do?
I was gonna do a wisdom saving throw first because
Yep, that would still apply.
that was a natural 20. So
Okay, you guys just have no fucks to give for hags. That's pretty much what it is. So he is now addressing you in turn directly. You can you still have the hag there and you still have him. You can attack, you can parlay. What is it Chihiro wants to do? What is it that you desire, my daughter? All can be yours. Just say the word. Dagon is benevolent. We are proof of that.
I only care for my students, unfortunately, and not for God.
Are you sure? There is much to be had. If your students are so important, let them join us. Let them share in Dagon's blessings.
Nah, they're alright where they are. And with that, I'm going to cast a level 4 lightning bolt at him.
Okay. Don't forget how your meteors are probably still up too.
Yeah, but this is
Cooler.
separate.
Oh, right, because the other one's a bonus action. I gotcha.
Yeah, and if it also happens that the hag is in the straight line, just in front of it.
Sorry.
It would be more of an L shape.
Yeah.
Since he's up high and she's down low.
Mm-hmm.
I think it bounces like it used to. Once upon a time, it'd bounce all over the fucking room.
It's not Chaos Bolt.
Oh, that was old editions. Lightning used to bounce.
Oh, okay.
It moved its full distance, no matter what was in the way, and it would just bounce all over the place.
That's cool.
That's really cool. And quite chaotic.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm not saying I was never killed by my own lightning bolt. I was definitely killed by my own lightning bolt.
All right,
She's
Chihiro.
not even in the line of travel.
What about it?
She's not. Is the hag even in the line of travel?
No. So
So I can
no.
target upwards.
Yeah, you can target upwards and hit him, but there's no way that you can get both of them. You know what? I lie. I think you could get both of them, but but in doing so, Morgan is going to be in the way. So yes, you can, but Morgan will be also caught in the blast or the beam, the stream, whatever you want to call it. Cheers.
I'm just trying to double check something.
Because she ran up the stairs to where towards where the other cultist was, and then the old man came to the edge after you guys basically interrupted his summoning ritual, you bastards.
In which case, I will cast Chaos Bolt instead at level 4.
Now that one can jump, right?
Yeah.
That can also jump to allies too, right?
Only if I fail on a double roll.
Okay. All right, give me your attack roll. Is it an attack roll? Is it a save? I don't remember.
It's an attack roll and it's a natural 20. I'm not joking. I can literally screenshot it.
No, I believe you. I'm just thinking something. I gotta check something, so give me a second. Because I think a 20 is auto hit regardless of what. Hang on a second. Where the hell is it? I'm trying to find a stat block. Okay. As your chaos bolt leaps towards him, he sneers and shouts a word in an ancient language. And I need you to give me a... I need you to give me a... What level did you say you cast it at?
4. 4th level spell.
I need you to give me a an Arcana check, a spellcasting check, ability check using your spellcasting ability. I'm trying to counter the damn thing, but
22.
oh shit. Okay. As your chaos, your bolt of chaotic chromatic energy, the shifting. Oh, actually, you went with the shadow theme. How does it look to you?
It all depends on what damage type I'm rolling, so I need to roll that first.
Okay, so it does hit, so because you crit. So now the way critical hits work in my games is the normal attack is automatically maximized, and then you roll your damage again. So instead of rolling your damage dice twice, you're gonna automatically get the minimum of the max damage roll, and then you roll the extra. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. I'll do it step by step for me, please.
Yep. Okay. So what's the maximized damage?
So the maximized damage before the elemental damage is 16.
Oh, it's max damage would be damage would be 28. Gas bolt level 4. It's 2d8 plus 2d6.
So it'd be yeah.
Then I have to roll for the damage type,
Mm-hmm.
which is lightning damage.
Oh, why ain't that a quinky dink?
I have no idea, but yeah. And that would be 3 damage of the lightning.
Will be lightning damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And is there any so we've got max damage. Now we need you to roll the extra damage, which is re-rolling your spell's damage.
And that would be 6.
How much?
6.
That's it? Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
2d8 and 2d6 together?
Yeah. I rolled low.
Really?
That sucks.
That does suck. But that honestly, that's a great example of why I do the max damage. Because there's nothing worse than getting a crit and then rolling a bunch of ones. I've been there. It sucks. All right, so you hold out you hold out your hand. That's crackling bolt of lightning jettisons from you. He quickly pulls up his hand. He chants an ancient word, and you see a ball of water try to intercept your spell, but it cracks through it and it catches him, and shocking energy rushes through his body, and you see sparks kind of shining. He goes, "You dare insult Dagon! You will be punished." So he definitely felt that. He was not expecting that at all. And I think you still have some meteors.
I've got 2 more meteors. Yeah, 2 more. That's all.
Okay.
Left, and they will go straight at.
Okay.
So that will be. He needs to make a dex save.
16.
Okay, he succeeds.
Lay down.
Half the damage, so he takes 6 damage.
Okay.
Or fire. fire damage.
All right. The meteors kind of streak across, and one it smashes into him. You see one crackle on his a magical flaring water, like burst of water shield appear. And then the other one cracks through it and catches him right in the shoulder. You hear a sickening crunch. I think that's it for your turn, right? Is that okay? The hag turns, bellows, and starts. She waves her hand, and her giant floating anchor begins to attack Griff again. And that is a 7. Don't think that's gonna do it. So this anchor starts spinning wildly at you. You do some cartwheels and some flicks, Griff. You twist and you turn. You do a limbo move as it swoops over there. This thing is viciously attacking you, but you're able to kind of stay one step ahead of it. You can almost ride the wave of its motion. No? Okay. It's like, just stop, would you? Never. Oh, shit. The hag turns and begins chanting a spell. Where is my thing here? She did not chant a spell. She angrily hisses and screams at Chihiro, and she gives you a deadly stare. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw of a DC 15.
17.
Shit. Her vicious, look, you just kind of give her a look back. He looks down at you, he says, Dagon offered you safety. He offered you his blessing, and you spit it back in his face. He starts waving his hands in the air, and you first see a little globe of water, and then it gets bigger, and it gets bigger, and it's bigger, until it's very much Frieza Dragon Ball size, as he launches a ball of water that splashes and fills the whole room. I need dexterity saving throws from everybody, as you just got hit with a 5th level water ball.
Does 17 make it?
Give me a second here. 15, 17. 18. Yeah, those make it. What's the last one? There's one more, right? Is that it? Is that everyone? Everyone over 14? Yep.
You're
Okay.
muted, Morgan.
Morgan's muted.
Sorry, there was lots of noise just outside the door earlier, so I was trying to.
Yeah, I have to go by
a
sound.
20. I got an actual 20. I said it like 3 times, and I'm like, what is it?
It's
Okay,
because nobody can hear you.
sorry, guys.
Yeah, and it's hard for me because I'm not actually watching the scream of you guys. So if I don't hear nothing, I'm like, hello. All right, so now I actually got to figure out how much damage this is. So water ball, excuse me. A water blast at 5th level is 10d6, right?
Asking me or telling me? Oh.
I'm talking to myself.
Watery sphere?
Huh?
About watery sphere?
No, it's fireball. I just reflavored it because
I gotcha.
that's what he's got on a spell list.
It's like water ball. What the hell is water ball?
No, it's fireball, but I just reflavored it because I'm stupid like that and it was easier. The total is 42 damage, but half as much as you've all succeeded. As this crackling ball of water bursts out from him, it flies across. It sends a shockwave in all directions, and immediately the water that begins to settle is about knee high in this room. He says, "Sink or swim." Yes.
Water doesn't crackle, it gurgles.
Sorry, the water gurgles around you. It doesn't crackle. She's right. I'm wrong, and I'm a schmuck. I'm so used to describing crackling fire that it just came out. The gurgling water fills up around you. It is now knee-high, so everything is difficult terrain. And instantly, you notice that he chants a word, and little fish heads on the wall begin spewing water into this octagonal room that's kind of filling up gradually. And that's the end of his turn. It is now Seven's turn.
Well, since 7 successfully evaded all of that water damage,
Blah.
I know how much
The
you
water.
love that ability. Right. I can see that guy then?
Yeah, he came to the edge. He's up at the top. It's a short distance from your platform to his.
Alright, well, I can see him, which means I can insightful fighting at him, so I need him to make a deception.
He's...
That's
I'm not gonna do. He got a 9.
That's a total of 20, so...
He cannot hide
20.
from your eye. A dirty 20, that I love
Dirty
it.
20! Alright, so...
Ooh.
I picked up my bow, so I'm gonna use that. So, have... 5d6 plus 4.
Have 5d6 plus 4. What is that, an attack or a spell? Or arrow?
Oh, I'm sorry, I guess I hit my success. Hang on, I suppose I gotta actually roll to hit. I got my insightful fighting. Alright, yeah, 22 to hit.
As your attack comes flying in, he snaps his hand open, and an ice barrier, a watery barrier penetrates around him, and he casts shield, and your attack is going to miss. Ouch.
Dude, damn. Alright.
I'm getting swamp ass.
You're wearing pajama pants.
It's because I'm wearing pajama pants. Turning on my ass fan. Do you see this? I got an ass ball blower. It's great. Highly recommend it.
I'm so glad that's on your stream now.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
I hope you're sharing this.
You think that's the worst thing I've ever said on my show? Are you nuts?
I mean, I was here for the shitstorm, so...
Alright, so, yeah, he does block that, with his shield spell, unfortunately.
I'm gonna use up all the spell slots, then.
Yeah, you're a bastard.
Right, I didn't roll that high anyways, it's fine.
Alright, so as it gets blocked by the watery shield, Griff, what are you gonna do?
Where's the hag? Did somebody take her out?
Nope, she's still there. She tried to use her death glare, but everyone keeps resisting.
Do
we have to
roll
use...
wisdom saving throws every single turn?
Nope,
now,
once you
or is it just
succeed,
for one time?
you're immune to it, yeah.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Okay.
I mean, no, yes, you no. No, you're immune to it. What are you going to do, Griff? Don't forget, you are the giant spectral anchor is still engaged with you.
Oh.
I'm just saying that if you decide to move, it gets an op attack, so.
Oh, got it. Okay. So it's not like in my way.
No, it's just if you move, it'll get an op attack. I wanted to remind you of that.
Okay.
Oh, that feels so good. It's breezy.
Breezy.
Okay.
Beautiful cover girl.
All right,
Baldy
Griff's
cover
gonna
girl.
aim his crossbow again. 2 attacks.
Make it happen, Captain. Towards the old man or towards the hag?
The hag.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Yep.
And a 28. Pretty sure the 28.
That'll do it.
Damn.
He came in like a wrecking ball.
All
You
right,
need to
that's
get
a
a
total
couple
of.
more songs you can alternate between for that.
Yeah, I've got nothing. I don't have enough storage space in my brain for that sort of thing.
So Griff rolled a 6 on each of those attacks, so a total of 12. And before he fires, he's gonna say, "We won't be dining in this evening. We prefer takeout."
I love it.
You just over there writing these down, or...
He's gotta be.
Just waitress
Patrick,
humor.
no. Bard, no, you need the honorary bard level of this.
All right, so your missile quivers in flight, eagerly anticipating the violent conclusion of the mission on which it has been sent. The stem of your missile quivers as the spike end embeds itself firmly into your foe. How does it end?
Check, please.
Oh my god, I'm dying! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! Kudos to you. That's awesome.
I love it.
Wow.
And the hag is done. Her spectral anchor disappears as she screams in a wail as she crumbles into the water. Anything else, Griff?
Nope.
All right, Morgan.
So I am like most of the way up to the platform where the old dude
Yep,
is.
you're within like 10 feet.
But I'm like, is it his back to me? I'm just trying
No,
to
he's
orient
you're going up the stairs and he's overlooking at you guys. He was behind the altar, but came in front when he saw the last of his minions die.
Okay. Then I'm going to to attack or to defend? That is the question. Okay, I'm gonna cast Water Walk on my party.
I have the high ground, Morgan. Okay.
So,
of course you do.
I'm basically, you just see me gesturing out over the water, and as my hands spread out, you guys, each of you feel yourself rising to the surface of the water, and you are walking on it like the normal ground.
Remind me after this to tell you why I'm really pissed off at you right now. Just remind me. I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
I might still be able to pull it off, but you have just ruined all the joy that I was planning in my head with that water walk.
Well,
I want you to know that.
For what it's worth, I had two options. It was either water breathing or water walk, and I thought.
I like water walk because I already don't breathe, so.
Yeah, that was kind of what I figured. That was literally my deciding factor. So, everyone will benefit from this one. So yeah. So now, for the next hour, you guys can walk on water or slippery surfaces like it's normal terrain.
Does that affect Tirza as well?
No, it's just it says here grants ability to.
Leave her to drown. It's okay. Whatever. She doesn't care.
That's right. Tirza is one of our folks. So technically, the person that we rescued and was offering some reward for helping her get out of there alive. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, she's an ally.
Up to 10 willing creatures.
She's an arrogant jerk, but she's on our side.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true for me too. So hey,
she's one more person to go up against this old creepy dude. So.
Tirza, okay, so everyone rises and now they're dancing atop the water.
So basically, it says if your creature is submerged in a liquid, the spell carries the target to the surface of the liquid at a rate of 60 feet per round. So you guys it's only up to your knees. So yeah, by the time it gets your turn, you're standing on top.
Okay.
Since it's only
Can they still go under the water?
If you choose to, I believe so.
Oh, darn. I just envisioned the water rising and crushing you guys between the water and the ceiling. But
it says it grants the ability to move across any liquid surface. Water, acid, mud, snow, quicksand, lava, but lava you still take damage even if you walk on it.
All right, very cool. Anything else, Morgan? After you cast the Jesus spell?
Right.
Basil?
The Jesus. Anything else? Nope.
Nope. I think I'm gonna just take a step.
Tirza shouts, how dare you kill my closest and most loyal servant? You know how hard they are to find? She releases several eldritch. I just rolled 2 ones.
Aww.
So they just crash, boom, boom, right into his ice shield that's circling him. Chihiro, as your turn comes up, a moment the water rises 5 feet as the fish heads begin to continue to pour water in, he says, "Tick tock, tick tock. You guys will soon swim with the fishes. What are you gonna do, Chihiro?"
I'm going to spend 6 of my sorcery points to reinstate a 4th level spell slot as a bonus action.
It's a good use of that.
So
Nice.
I can use a 4th level lightning bolt at it.
Okay. You not go.
Which he has to make a dex save for.
Damn, I really wish you wouldn't have made people float. He's.
I would think this would counts if we were still in the water, but now we're floating on top. I'm happy.
Yep, you're happy. Yep. He got a 19 on his dex save.
Still half damage, though, I think, for lightning bolt.
Yep. It
15
came in
damage
like a
in
lightning
total for him.
bolt.
30 damage in total.
Damn, I'm glad he saved. I mean, I'm not glad. So you hold out your hands, you chant your spell, this rush of black lightning streaks across, and his shield just cracks and absorbs and splits as your shield smashes, or your energy smashes into him. He kind of starts just, trembling and shaking. After it's over, he takes a deep breath. He looks back at the altar. The altar has been just fried from your lightning spell. He says, "You're all admit. You are stronger than I anticipated, but nothing can defeat Dagon." Do you have anything else, Chihiro?
Good.
Alrighty. He takes a deep breath. "This is not over." And he vanishes.
Anybody have counterspell?
Anybody?
Ooh, maybe. Hold on.
I think it's only the sorcerer. It's up to you. On you. Come on, tell me.
Oh, it's so hard. No, I don't.
Alright.
Sorry, guys.
Well, he vanishes. And I think that's where we'll end it for tonight.
That's fair.
I was curious. I didn't know if anybody had counterspell. His voice echoes as this chamber is filling around you. And you hear, "You haven't seen me for the last time, Spider-Man! Sorry, adventurers!" That very
Was
much
that-
the Green Goblin voice
that the-
echoes in the
the
distance.
mayor? Yeah. Was that the mayor, or was that somebody we'd never seen before?
Good question.
It was the mayor.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you it's the mayor because your perception is so high, but it was really hard to tell because he had the cowl and stuff pulled over top of him. But you were able to distinguish that.
Because we talked to him at one point, so I kind of...
Yeah, you almost ruined all my plans.
You're welcome.
No. That wasn't a congratulatory no. I wasn't giving you a
goal.
compliment.
Every game is to ruin your plans.
So
And you let him come back, so it's all your fault.
what you ruined for me is all the water fills up and then he freezes the water with you in it. But you just made everyone float on top of it. Like, come on. Like, I've been waiting for this. I'm like, I'm going to freeze him in place and he's going to talk a lot of smack. They can't do nothing about it. And then they're walking on water.
DM, I don't know if it makes you feel any better, but I would have been on the ceiling anyway.
Are
Oh, I
still on
hate
the
you.
ceiling
On the
through all
ceiling
that?
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Dancing
why
on the
that's why
ceiling.
the weapon was attacking him and nothing else because it could go wherever I needed it to. All right, I think that's where we're gonna end it today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're closing into the final climax of this adventure, so we should be able to finish it in the next session. I think you guys will find the boss battle super exciting. It's one of the more thorough ones that I've actually planned out. beyond
Here's
what's in here.
hoping.
Right, hoping y'all can make it. Right, I'm really excited for it. I hope you guys will all make it. I want to thank everyone who watching this now or who's watching this in the future. We hope you guys enjoyed this experience. I know that I love doing this for you guys. I want to thank you as my patrons. Your guys' support is what allows us to continue to keep making the show and improving upon the show. Well, I say improving upon the show. I use that term very loosely. We definitely get stuff improved, but whether it's the right stuff, I don't know. But your guys' support is what makes the show continue. So thank you so much. And I look forward to playing with you guys again. So we're going to go around the table one more time. Tell us who you are and what'd you like, something about the adventure that you enjoyed. We will start...
Time.
Right? Yeah, sorry.
So we kind of did it while you were up for a minute there, AFK. So
What, played catch-up?
we just made sure we all knew what each other was.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did skip that part, didn't I? That's so weird, because that's usually the first thing I do, but...
Yeah,
failed
because
you.
we went into the story of what we'd done so far, and then immediately started talking about what we were going to do.
All right, let's start with Shamiller. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you played today and something you liked about the adventure, if anything.
I played Chihiro. I really like the fact that my lightning bolts were getting through. That's the first time I've ever succeeded on any spellcasting. I've never played spellcasters before. I normally are melee or at least ranged normal weapons.
Very cool.
Rogue and ranger.
Big change.
Big change and a great learning experience. And I really enjoyed listening to the campaign so far and hope to be here next time.
We hope to have you as well. What about Sarah?
I played Morgan, the druid, Circle of the Coast. So, I'm glad that I was able to make it tonight. I was really hoping to do last month's session as well, but I've been enjoying this though. The druids have been so much fun, and with each of the different parts of land and water and whatnot, there's so many variations. There's quite a lot of diversity in just one class.
They're very versatile.
It's been a lot of fun.
Wonderful. Griff?
I played as a fighter, which, it's traditionally considered like the boring class, but I find it to be a lot of fun. I'm kind of a newer player anyway, and I like exploring the fighter class, and I like that. I really like that I didn't pick a melee fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I like that
That's very different.
Uses range to his advantage a lot, so that's always fun. What I like about this game is the setting. I think I said that last time, but you do a really good job of describing like all the rain and the attitudes of the townspeople, and it feels like a port town, and it's just a really good setting. It's really easy to visualize everything.
Wonderful, thank you. And Troy?
I'm Troy. I played Seven, the Warforged Inquisitive Rogue, and I definitely did like the campaign setting and how we handled that and the characters. My favorite part tonight is definitely going to be Griff's waitress puns. So you definitely... It was honestly, it was really torn between the amazingly well placed AoE from Chihiro, fact that Justin could not ever get her name right, or Griff's puns. It was a three, definitely between those. But I gotta go. It was the check please that definitely put it and me over the edge.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, well, that'll do it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you'd like to check out our show, you can find us on live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Swing by, say hi. We talk D&D all day. We give you new and creative ideas for you to bring with you on your next adventure. And we hope you'll join us. With that,
tomorrow's session, Cauldron. Yeah,
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is what we're covering. I'm super excited.
excited.
Oh my God, there's so much in the book. Like, Troy's little ass kept texting me before I got mine, And his excitement made it take longer.
Texted you a little bit.
Yeah.
And when you said you didn't get it yet, I was like, okay. So I waited till the next day because you said it was going to be there.
And it wasn't.
It wasn't. I'm like, you still don't have it. Oh my god, I want to talk about all the things.
I was so devastated too because after you and the excitement of the other guys that who all have theirs, I'm just like, this day is never going to end. I'm never going to get my book. I'm never going to get my book. So,
Amazing.
anyways,
Playing Iron Man.
come join us tomorrow and we'll be talking about it. Hell yeah, man. Keep your blades sharp and spells prepared, heroes. Say goodbye.
Bye.